We've had another world record.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
This is me. I do Hyrox now. I do think Hyrox will make the next Olympics.
You said it here.
Yeah.
So do you think it makes sub 50 at the Olympics or before the Olympics?
Before. I don't think it'll happen at the Olympics.
Okay.
I think it'll be too tactical.
However, in the ancient Olympic Games...
Yeah, well, that's not exactly...
male athletes competed completely naked!
There you go. Well, maybe we'll just take it back a notch. But because you're doing so much endurance work, you, like, suppress that muscle growth. Like
There's a physiological reason that happens, isn't it? Your body just doesn't want to hold on to it.
You just don't want to hold on to muscle.
It goes, well, if you want to run that fast, mate, I ain't holding on to that.
No. But he didn't do very well in an Ironman. He did well in an event that was a bit shorter. So, which proves that VO2 max potentially doesn't always mean that you're going to be good over longer distances. These guys in Hyrox, the bigger they get their VO2 max, the better they will go.
Dan?
Brad?
Good to see you, mate.
And you, mate?
We've had another world record.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
No, not this soon.
It's, I think, Foresma's world record in the Hyrox Elite Men's lasted for like a month. Something like that, which was insane.
It must be so gutting.
Because that was a pretty good record in terms of like...
Yeah, big drop, like quite a big drop.
53.15 to 52.42 is massive.
I will say, though, the wall balls weren't great, were they?
In his world record?
Yeah, I remember watching it and thinking...
That all weren't very good.
No, I think like there was some skin in the game at the end that he could have broke it by more.
Which is an insane statement, isn't it?
Yeah, but he probably knew himself. Like they're quite analytical, aren't they?
Anyone that's listened to this podcast for a little while probably knows that Dan and I have got a little running debate on this, whether it's possible for somebody to go sub 50. I said no, and you quite famously said yes.
About 6 months ago now, wasn't it? I reckon it's pre-Christmas.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was, because that's when the season started and we were talking about it.
And you said,
so we don't talk about Hyrox a lot on this, but it's definitely a sport that's growing.
Well, because it's so much running as well.
Yeah, it's growing at a phenomenal speed that it's hard to ignore.
And I think people are interested in it.
I agree, because
if you're not interested,
there's a lot
let us know,
I think there's a lot of science in it. You know, I do coach I coach more and more Hyroxes at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah, because people that are runners go, well, I
want to go at that.
Yeah, I'll have a little go. I would say...
And we will eventually do one.
You and I?
Yes, we will.
I don't know about that, Dan, anymore. My body doesn't work anymore, mate, as we've established. So we'll see how we get on. Warsaw. Pretty fast course, I would say.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is I know lots of people...
So it was the last, just to make a it was the last one of the season, is that right? The last elite...
Race of the season?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before the Worlds?
Yes, in June.
In June.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the last chance...
To qualify.
To qualify for the World Champs in June.
Yes.
Which I think will be worth a watch, even if you're not a massive fan of...
Exciting race.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of Hyrox, I generally think if you want to become immersed in it a little bit, at not just your, let's say, influencer Hyroxer, you know, like, you know, the classic, this is me, I do Hyrox now. If you want to watch, like, some of it's a bit, I still feel like it needs improving in terms of this, like they need a shirt on.
They're never going to put shirts on.
They'll have to if it gets the Olympics. You
think so?
Yeah, they'll never let them. What sport in the Olympics do they let them have the shirts off? I almost feel like it's a thing.
Can I say something controversial?
Go on.
Why do women have just... It's like swimming costumes on when they do stuff, like when they're running in that. Why did...
It's like a thing that's been a thing for years.
But why?
Speed, I think.
But why?
It makes you feel fast.
Men don't do it.
They used to. Definitely used to. Yeah.
They got shorts.
No, they used to have like
That would be a funny look.
Do you not remember the men that used to run in like speedo-y stuff?
No.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
80s, I'm sure. Triathlon used to only be speedos.
That's the okay.
Yeah, there's like yeah.
Is it called speedo for speed?
No, it wasn't because it's fast. I mean, the company might, but they weren't called speedos at the time.
Okay, we've digressed a bit there, but Hunter McIntyre's shorts get pretty short in the Hyrox.
Yes, they do, but for that same reason, he wants to feel like free.
Yeah, and I think I get that. I just think the top on thing is part.
I just don't think that in the Olympics, because I do think Hyrox will make the next Olympics.
You said it here.
Yeah.
So do you think it makes sub 50 at the Olympics or before the Olympics?
Before. I don't think it'll happen at the Olympics.
Okay.
I think it'll be too tactical.
Oh, okay.
So well, anyway, yeah. Basically, I just think we'll make this statement and then we'll carry on. But if in the Olympics, I don't think you're allowed like nudity.
Okay, and a topless man is considered a nudity.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because, volleyball, they don't let them, there's male volleyball, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, and I'm 99% sure they have a vest or something on. They definitely don't do it shirtless. It's not like Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I think you need to Google that while we're talking about it. But I genuinely think they'll have to wear, but they will, because it'll become like a uniform. There'll be UK, America, Denmark. It'll be a national like flag.
Okay.
Because they won't just tattoo a national flag onto their chest, on their six pack, will they? It won't happen.
It just said there's no sports or athletes compete topless or nude.
Yeah, there you go.
However, in the ancient Olympic Games...
Yeah, well, that's not exactly...
male athletes competed completely naked!
There you go. Well, maybe we'll just take it back a notch.
Okay, there's something called naked wrestling, and I'm going to turn the internet off for the day now.
But yeah, there you go. I think that's one thing that we'll have to change. Have to.
Okay.
And I think that will actually give it more respect. Genuinely do.
Yeah, I mean, they can make some cool outfits and...
Whatever they want. Sponsors.
Buy
No, you
Puma.
can't have sponsors in the Olympics, can you?
Oh.
No, can't have sponsors in the Olympics.
Right. I'm pretty sure I've seen Spa advertised at the Olympics before.
On kit?
Maybe on the number?
Yeah, that's different. That sponsors the Olympics.
Right.
Doesn't sponsor the individual.
I'm following you again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I think that's the only way they'll get in.
Put tops on.
Yeah.
Okay, but you think they're going to go sub 50 before, but not at the race?
Yes. So, we can skirt around this, but basically, so in the Olympics or a major championship final, it's very rare that they break world records.
Tell that to Usain Bolt.
Yeah, fair enough. But like the 5K,
it's never broken. Yeah,
becomes tactical,
yeah,
because it isn't a time trial; it's about winning the gold medal.
Yes, it is.
Hyrox would be the same.
But if you could just run the fastest,
no, that's fair. But you've got to have a lot of faith in yourself.
Is it Gressier, the guy who just did it?
No, it was Vonkovic.
No. I'm talking about the 5K world record.
Oh, sorry,
he got the European record
on the road though.
Yeah.
What's
the road world record versus the track world record? It's like 10 seconds difference.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you've got to be very, very sure that them sitting behind you on a track, which is quite a lot of drafting, that you can outrun them fully.
Right.
To where, whereas Mo literally spent like 2 years working on his kick to get himself into the position where the last lap he was the fastest.
Yes. Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, because it's a confidence thing, isn't it? And yeah, if you're the fastest, if you run 5K in 11 minutes, then you can just go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that Gressier did it in 12:51, and he's just at the front the whole time, right?
Yeah, but it was on the road and it was a time trial, and it's almost like geared up to be his race, isn't it?
He's got the number one bib, hasn't he?
Yeah, so it's like his thing. Same with, but like if you look at him in Valencia, it was the same, but there was no Kenyans there. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but he's not the fastest guy, is he? He's not the fastest 10K on the road.
No,
this is European record.
Yeah,
so maybe if they were in front of him, he would have gone faster. So like I'm saying with the Hyrox is it'll become tactical. They'll be like, okay, we'll stay together at the front, and then when I know I'm quicker on the sled, I'll push the sled faster, and then I'll leave them behind me and I'll crack on. Because you could
it's only the first run, then it's tactical.
No, but I don't know. It was just an example.
Okay.
It could just be on the row. They kick it. I'm going to go on the row, and I'm going to not come back.
Yeah. Okay.
That kind of thing.
What do you think? Because it's on an indoor track. Do you not think that that's the case for every race anyway? Then
no, I think at the moment there's not. At the moment, the problem is it's not a problem. It's so young. It's been going on for 5 years,
7, I think.
Okay, since COVID, it really kicked on, and it only did that more so recently with like the introduction of the Elite 15.
Yeah.
But if you look at the difference in the Elite 15, it changes all the time. Like this season is completely different to last season. There's a couple of people at the front, but like you would definitely say that two years in a row, maybe Hunter and Tim Vinish were the fastest two. They were always the last two for the Worlds.
Not for the last couple of years, but yeah.
No, but they were for the last couple,
Before.
Yeah, before. So last year, it was last year. Tim Vinnish won it, and
Yeah.
and the year before it, it was both of them. I'm pretty sure it's both of them at both Worlds. They might not have the world record, but they have the competition at the Worlds,
Right.
which is a bit more tactical. You know, if you qualify, you don't have to be the fastest to qualify. You just have to qualify, and then you become the fastest.
Yes.
Whereas now the Elite 15 is completely changing because there's all these new people coming in, because there are a lot of people from other sports, like our mate old Luke Greer,
Yeah.
who I now realised I raced against cross country only a few months ago, which was quite unusual. He was being filmed by someone I know on like a podcast, and I was like, oh, and then I clicked on his thing, and he was racing for a team that were in our league, and I did a little digging. I was like, no way, I literally raced him like in November. He beat me by about a minute, but
There you are, 1-0, Luke.
yeah. But people like him are coming into the sport because they are fast enough, and then they just need to get strong enough. But he's in the Elite 15, and he's been doing Hyrox for
Just over a year now, isn't it?
yeah, it's not very long, is it? But the sport's been so when people have been doing the sport for 5 years, like you'd argue and say Tim's still the best. He's always there at the front. He's always doing well.
I think he finished 4th yesterday.
Yeah, but you'd say he's always towards the top.
Yeah.
You know, so he's a class act all the time, and he's probably being smart and peaking for the Worlds.
That's the point I wanted to make.
Yeah,
is that we don't see Hunter very often, do we?
No, but he's smart because
he's very smart.
Yeah, you don't. He probably doesn't need the money because he's been an elite athlete in multiple different sports for a very long time. He probably doesn't want to play all of his cards. Doesn't want to show everyone what he's doing. He's always claiming to be working on something new, isn't he? He's always like got these ideas and theories and
whatever,
yeah, and he does a lot of crazy training. But everyone else they're not catching up with Hunter. They're just coming into the sport and finding their legs.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter had the records for a bit, but they've been smashed.
Yeah, but
smashed.
minutes.
Yeah.
Minutes now.
Wild.
So I think he probably thinks his time's done.
My head's in the same space.
Yeah, so...
How old's Hunter? He's late.
Oh, yeah.
He's late 30s.
He's definitely one of the older athletes.
Yeah,
now.
he's got to be.
Yeah. But he probably realises that now the shape of athletes is starting to change. They're all going to look like Tim and Romkovic. Like, Romkovic is slightly bigger, but he's not big.
He's a swimmer, isn't he?
Yeah. But they're all going to look like this.
Yeah.
They almost look like a slightly bigger triathlete. Like a long course triathlete.
Yeah. Probably.
Because you almost become like that just through sheer volume of training.
Yeah.
Especially when you're having to push a 200 kilogram sled, you're going to look a certain size.
You have to have a certain size.
Have to look a certain size, don't you? Like I remember when we were doing a bit, it was like I was physically could feel myself changing. You know, like you can just, and it was like, this isn't great for triathlon, but it'll be good, you know. So you can just see them developing over time, and really, it's just hypertrophy, isn't it? It's pure muscle building, day in, day out. But because you're doing so much endurance work, you like suppress that muscle growth. Like
there's a physiological reason that happens, isn't it? Your body just doesn't want to hold on to it.
It just don't want to hold on to muscle.
It goes, well, if you want to run that fast, mate, I ain't holding on to that.
No, I don't need this.
In a literal biological sense. Anyway, yeah,
literally. Because none of them, I imagine when they originally started, they concentrated on, they were probably doing a lot of Olympic lifting and classic kind of CrossFit-esque training.
Probably.
Whereas now they realise, most of them, it's useless. It's not useless, it's fundamentally great strength work. And they probably still might do a little bit, but I bet you there's some who just don't do any Olympic lifting.
Yeah, I can't see how it translates very well.
I just don't think you need it. I think it's good for core work. I think it's good for overall strength, but I don't think it's needed to push it. Like, realistically, the hardest thing in the sport is a 200 kilogram sled.
You've always said that.
Yeah, because it's hard.
100 wall balls is hard.
I know, but 100 wall balls is aerobic.
Right.
None of them are. Whereas the
so
sled.
How funny that is, right? So the thing that you focus on, that is the hardest bit, is strength.
Yeah.
And I focus on the aerobic, and that's possibly
fair,
the position we're coming
mentally,
from.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people are coming into this sport now from big aerobic backgrounds.
Yeah, they are.
They don't struggle with the wall balls.
Some of them do, you know.
Yeah, but not the top end guys.
Okay.
Have you noticed that when they get there, like the top end guys kind of say...
No, I think the skinny guys struggle more than the big guys.
Oh yeah, no,
On the
yeah,
wall
I'd
balls.
agree. Yeah, because it's that 9 kilogram over.
Yeah.
So many times it's 100.
They're the
times,
ones
obviously.
that break, whereas
Yeah.
Ronkovic went unbroken, like 3 minutes something on the wall balls.
But that's my point again about how they'll definitely go sub 50. Because so he's showing signs that you can go unbroken. This is like kind of the first time Hunter did it once, maybe.
Oh no, several times they've both done it.
Okay, but not everyone's doing it.
No,
But some people are faster than him.
Ronkovic might be the best, and Hunter, they might be the best too.
At wall balls, but
Yeah.
people are faster than him on different, at running
Yes.
and things. So as soon as the others catch up or someone else comes into the sport, I think people are so new to all these. Like they're talking about the rowing. I remember on the commentary they were basically saying their rowing technique is terrible.
Is it really?
Supposedly, I don't know enough about rowing techniques. I can see it and I can understand what they were saying, because they were saying some of them don't engage their core. They're pulling from their shoulders a little bit too much. So as soon as the people start, someone's going to come in and they're going to analyse the rowing. So they're going to work on that specifically. Someone's going to come in and specifically analyse the skiing, and they're going to save 30 seconds on each one of them. It's a minute. Like there's so much time.
Cool. If you could save 30 seconds.
I know,
on both.
but they might just through sheer technique, and then they might be strong enough to push the sled where they save 10 seconds because they've got some
It's
kind of.
about 2 minutes on average, that station, I think, for men.
Yeah, okay.
The elite men.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but you only need so altogether there are 16 things to do, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you only need realistically to go sub 50, you need to save 11 seconds on each one. It's not a lot.
I think it's less
Well,
from where they are now.
oh yeah, of course it's less. Yeah, what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 seconds on each one.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
not. That's nothing. 8 seconds a station. Oh,
Well-
so you have to run 8 seconds quicker.
Well, you know that running a 320 or running a 312, they are different.
They are different, but they're doable.
Okay.
But this is where I mean. So, like I was saying about Romkovic, or when they're at the front, not in the worlds, they're running on their own. A lot of the time, there's no one around.
Yeah.
Because they're the quickest at the moment. So when there's like 3 or 4 people running, if you're running a 320 on your own, it's hard. If you're running a 312 with 4 people and you're in and around, you're changing around, it's a lot easier.
Well, I've got his average pace here for the race.
Okay.
3:44.
Well, it runs.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I thought it was faster.
Yeah, I mean.
I just choked then, literally.
Yeah, like literally. I mean, like if you went 15 seconds k faster, then you do it.
I guess you can't do the lactate demanding tasks after,
No, but they will be able to.
eventually.
I think it's just a given. Now he took 40 seconds off the world record in like a month. Not a month.
It is a month.
Yeah, but he didn't take it off in a month. If
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
like he
yeah.
didn't just go, oh well, you've done that, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
He
and
was
it wasn't
already
a month. It was less. I think it was more like
20 odd days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. He's not just gone into the gym and gone, let's go to work.
I don't know if the course was long, but I'm looking at some of these runs for us to analyse. So the first one is a very short run, 2:42. It can't have been a kilometre. But then run
that is short, isn't it?
Yeah, run 2 is 3.
The problem is as well is I do
36.
feel like one course might just be like, let's say
I do think Warsaw's quick, and I say that because a lot of people I know got PBs there.
yes, I know.
And I'm sure they trained hard, but it was significant. So I thought it's probably a fast course.
Yeah. And I think that makes a big difference, isn't it? The
Yeah,
courses have changed a lot. And for the sport to grow, they need to keep getting faster.
Did you reckon I just keep taking some meters off the runs?
Maybe.
Well, the last run was 3:18, but the average runs in between were like 4, interestingly. So
Yeah, so it's a bit...
it's obviously, I reckon there was a short
A
first,
long-
short last, and
Yeah.
then longer in the middle. That's
Yeah.
very typical for Hyrox, by the way.
yeah.
I've done it before where annoyingly sometimes the first one's long. It's like 1.2.
Yeah.
And then all the ones in the middle are short. Which,
Yeah, okay, it's fair enough.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's fair enough.
because of the course layout and stuff.
But then... And it's the same with triathlon. It's impossible to reference course by course, but they just call it an iron distance race.
Yeah.
And then one might be like, you can't compare the courses, but we compare the times. We
Yes.
go, oh, they went 7 hours 15 on that. That's insane. And it's like, yeah, but it was like half a mile short on the bike, but no one knows.
Right.
You don't like publish it because it's like within reason. You know,
It's a reasonable error.
it's a reasonable, yeah. So they only have to go like, I don't know, 5 meters short.
I think that's possibly played into that 40 seconds.
Little
It's
bit,
just
yeah.
huge, isn't it?
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But even so, like you've still got to do the work, haven't you?
I was definitely toying when I was watching it, thinking, is he going to go under 52? Is he not? Because it was so like nail-bitingly close.
But also, there's going to be a lot more science in it, isn't there? Like, because there's more money in it now, they're going to have more science in it. So they're going to be thinking about more like, okay, let's do more testing. Let's do more VO2 max testing. Let's start bringing a bit more lactate work in. Let's get better coaches. The more money in it, the better they can, fund themselves around it. You can start getting teams around you. You think about recovery. So you have a masseur that follows them around. There are athletes in the sport now that are full-time Hyrox athletes.
Yeah.
That alone will bring more speed. It's
got to, hasn't it?
It's got to. Yeah, it's got to.
If you're in it full-time or you've got the capacity to do it full-time, it's going to excel.
Yeah,
it's
like,
going to improve.
And volume's going to come into it more. Like, I think Tim Vinish was saying he trains like 20 hours a week.
That's not that much in your books.
Not particularly, no. For someone who can do anything, can't they? They just need volume in terms of they need aerobic capacity, so they can be cycling, they can be swimming, they could be running. There's more to their training than some of them are doing. Forget the station work as much. You don't need as much as you think. Probably, you need that strength, so you have to work on that. But actually, how physically aerobic can you become?
It's a good question and a fun thing to try and figure out.
Yeah, it'd be great. It's a good little it's a good thing, and if they keep breaking the world records, it's more fun to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
The doubles. What's the doubles world record like? 43? 40?
No, it's 48, I think.
Okay, so their goal is under 45. Which would be insane. But do you get what I mean? Like it's going to keep getting faster. The doubles has got faster, hasn't it? Quite a lot faster.
Significantly, yeah.
Like quick.
When
Almost.
there's two of you, it's really good. Yeah.
They've got faster than the singles getting faster.
Of course they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an indicator of how fast the race was. So Jake Dearden, our boy, other than Greer, so you got both of them in there. But Jake Dearden finished 10th.
Okay.
His time, 54:58.
Okay, that's quite normal for him, though, isn't it?
That's a PB.
Oh, okay.
That's how fast that race was.
Okay.
That's the fastest he's been.
But do we think
he finished 10th?
Do we think he's a bit of the old guard now?
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
I do. He hasn't done anything for a little while, has he?
He won the doubles, didn't he? Or did he come second?
And it might come. Double. I don't think doubles is the same.
Oh, okay.
I don't
You're
think
just
doubles is
bumming it
the
off
same.
then, so.
Yeah, no, I think it's very fast, but I don't think it's the same as the singles. I think people will be double specialists.
There are different people in the doubles.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, so like he is clearly maybe a double specialist.
I've got a feeling he won one of them, but I might be wrong about that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was indicative of how fast.
Yeah,
that whole thing
definitely.
was.
Yeah,
He got a PB
and 10th
and finished 10th.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah,
like 54.
But maybe he has to.
But I think that'd be a bit demoralising if that was me. If I went out and put my absolute best down, there's a pound of flesh, and it was still 10th.
To know you're not actually going to do anything in the competition.
That's wild.
Okay, well, what was it'd be interesting to see who had the biggest PB.
I guess Ronkovic then.
40 seconds.
No, because that wasn't a PB for him. His PB before was the 53:15 or whatever. That's his previous record, wasn't it? That's 76 seconds.
Days, yeah. God, yeah, that's insane.
76 seconds.
He went a minute and 16 seconds faster. That's crazy.
Exactly.
He needs to be tested.
Has anyone got a vial of Ronkovic's urine?
From the past, not the past day, but the past week.
Yeah, I want all of them every day. Yeah.
Fair play, that's crazy.
And I'm in no position to offer any of these guys any critique.
Nope.
As you know,
Yep.
I can't say anything.
No, but
not unless they want to learn how to eat a cookie faster, maybe.
Yeah.
That's all they can get from me. But I do watch the running, and I think Coach Dan might have a few words to say.
The problem is with running technique is it's so easy to judge.
Some of it looks like it could be improved, was the point I was going to make. So
Yeah.
Ronkovic and Scott,
that's
1
fair.
and 2.
More efficient.
I thought they could run more
You say
efficiently.
this, but I was watching a video of Vincent Louise run. Vincent Louise is an amazing runner in triathlon.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of injuries. In his pronation, is crazy. You know, when you look at some of them videos and
Yeah.
you're like, whoa. And I'm sure the trainers he's chose to wear are highlighting this. But he's also had quite a lot of calf and Achilles injuries. But he's also one of the fastest runners. Insane runner.
So you just can't correct it, you think?
I think you can early in your life.
Okay.
And after that, you can correct it, but you're definitely taking a step back.
Right.
So you got to decide.
Lean in. Shit or bust.
Shit or bust. We're all in.
Bringing that back from last week.
Oh, we're changing it and we're going forwards with it. Yeah. So, like, Romkovic's is bizarre, isn't it?
He looks like he's really hurting.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of hard work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he's shifting, but maybe not as quick as...
340s.
Did Tim run faster?
Shall I see if I can find Tim's
Yeah, that'd be
splits?
really interesting. Tim's doesn't look brilliant. He's very arms and leggy, isn't he? He's very he almost leans forward with propulsion. It almost looks like he's trying to ski at the same time as he's running.
Yes, I would agree with that.
But he has got a good running technique.
Right, I've got to try and find this live on the show now. So
Pressure's on.
I know.
Pressure's on. Tim finishes.
I can't spell Vinish as well.
I have absolutely no idea how
You
to spell
could
it.
never.
I could never spell it. My dyslexia is far too predominant for that.
Am I able to do this live? Ranking. Analyze Tim. Got it. So
Okay.
his runs average 346.
No way.
So 245, 336 the first two, and then same as Ronkovic, 405, 406, 407, 408, 407, 314. So I think they're long course.
Yeah.
I think something's gone on there, and they're more than a kilometre.
Because that is slow.
Yeah. So 340 is about where I thought they would be.
Yeah, they've previously been there.
Yeah. That's the average, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, no, I couldn't. Yeah, they don't normally run as slow as that. But is it? So how on earth? So if they ran the normal paces, well, it'd have been even faster.
I think it's long course because the first run's 245.
So there's a short that would bleed into the others.
Yeah.
So maybe it is more like 350 or something.
It's 346. It's the average. That's what it's worked it out for you. So that's if you took it all considered, it's 346 and 344.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
sorry, yeah.
So Tim's running slower than Ronky. Not much though. I don't know if you like me calling him Ronky.
Ronky.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's good to hear, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's nice to know that they're actually running like 340 somethings. That's great, and there's definitely some skin in the game there.
So you can get down to 330 something.
Oh, I think so. Someone will.
I don't know.
It doesn't have
Hannah's
to.
too old now.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be someone there now.
Yeah, it might be someone brand new.
Yeah.
Luke Greer just came in and just started tearing shit
Absolutely.
up.
Yeah. Like
okay.
I don't know if he's. The problem is with the Elite 15s, it chops and changes, but that's also a good thing.
Yeah, of course
It gives them like people like Luke. Like Luke leads the runs.
There's another guy
until he
this time
becomes
I've not
fatigued.
seen before, Svensson or something. I might get butchering that now. What was it? Sebastian Iversen.
Iverson.
Yeah, I've not seen that before.
No,
But
okay.
he came third, 53.17, which was basically the world record last time.
Okay.
Dylan Scott, 52.40. That would have been the world record from Varesma.
Okay.
And then, so basically all those guys are in and around world record pace.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
But that's just the pace now.
It's
isn't
just
it?
insane.
It's just the pace of the front guys. The world champs will be good. It just depends on whether it's a fast course.
I felt bad for Sean Noble because he's got this like really cool story about how he's, going to break the world record and be a champion, and he's just done a 53.20, and then everyone else is doing 51. That's just crazy.
Why is it a cool story though?
I remember listening to. He's got this passionate story about how he told his granddad, I think, that he was going to do it, and
Yeah. Okay.
and it just felt really like it was going to be like Goggins vibes,
Yeah. Okay. He's quite a hard-working
He's
guy.
going to carry the boat, basically.
Yeah.
Sean. Yeah.
Gonna carry the boat.
This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery, and endorsed by Coach Dan himself. As this rages on, this debate, Dan, about whether we're going to go sub 50, I've got some stats here on how long it took the marathon to go from 202 to just that, Project 159 with Kipchoge.
Yeah.
The time difference. Do you know what that is?
15 years.
5 years.
Oh, okay.
So
It's quite a lot.
2014, it was 2:02:57.
Yeah.
And then it went down to 1:59:40 in
Well,
2019.
it wasn't an official marathon.
Well, isn't Kiptum?
Yeah, did it with like 2 hours and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal. And he's obviously passed away now, hasn't he? So we'd never see that again, which is
No,
really
it's a
sad.
shame.
I've got the records that came before that. So, and the time it took to break the record. So you've got like a bit of a trajectory here. So you've got, do you want to, I mean, I'm not going to make you guess this, but like we go back in time a little bit. This is the incrementation of record breaking. So we had 2:03:59.
So when was it?
Yeah.
90s?
2008.
Oh, okay. So sooner than you think.
Yeah, 2008, right? And then it went down by 20 seconds to 2:03:38.
Yep.
By the way, nationality of all these men: Ethiopia, Kenya. 2:03:38. How long later?
So 2008, you said.
Yep.
2011?
Exactly right.
Oh, yes.
Next one was 2:03:23. 15 seconds.
13?
Correct.
Oh,
Oi.
it's 2 and 2.
And then the last one, well, you know the answer to this now. 2:02:57.
Yeah, it was Kipchoge.
No, that was the 2014 one before Kipchoge.
Yeah, sorry, okay.
And then does the 1:59:40.
No, that was Kiptum was after.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah. That's the most recent one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all of those records are broken about every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, 5-year gap in total to go from the 2:02 to the 1:59, but 2 to 2.5 years each time for like seconds, mate.
Do you not feel like because of the marathon has been, it's been around for,
So it's been squeezed already.
yeah, it's already been squeezed.
So you think that Hyrox is gonna?
Mate, it's like so infant in its existence.
Okay. So we're now going to play the same game
Okay.
with the men's and women's elite records. I'll start with the women.
Okay.
So the first documented world record. So this is back in 2019
Okay.
for the women. Would you like to have a little guess at what it was?
Oh. I don't think it's going to be that impressive, actually. 102.
107.54.
Okay, it was not that. Yeah, not that impressive.
Okay. And then it's been broken. I'm going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times.
So even that. So 10 times in 6 years, 7 years.
7 years.
So does that? That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's more than twice a year sometimes.
Almost twice a year.
Yeah, yeah, more than twice. Yeah, so sometimes. So that alone just completely suggests it's on an upwards trajectory.
Massive.
Yeah.
So we've gone from a 107,
Yeah.
106,
Yeah.
105.
Okay, so it's like just.
No, but then 103,
Cool.
101,
Crikey.
1, 58, 58 again, 58 again. So stuck on 58
Just a few seconds, I'm guessing.
over a whole course of a year.
Yeah.
56, 56,
56.
56.03.
So a couple of minutes dropped a few times there, didn't it?
Yeah. Big moves.
Yeah.
So what the big one there is 103.43 to 101.56. That's quite a big.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
2
Yeah,
minutes.
2 minutes is big, yeah.
Humongous.
But that's almost just happened in the men's, like from Ronkovic to like.
Well, that's what I've got here, right? So, original record, so same thing, back in 2019. What do you want to...
101.
It's actually 58.39.
Fair play. So it went
Started
under an hour. Under an hour, yeah.
Was the world record, the first one.
Yeah.
And then our boy Hunter did 4 in a row.
Did he?
4 in a row.
He made it as this thing, though, didn't he? Hyrox became him.
His personality.
Yeah.
So, it went 57,
Yep.
55,
Yep.
54, 53.
Fair play.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So his pace, 53.22 was his best
It's
ever.
crazy when you look at him as well, isn't it? Because
He's
he's
such a tank.
big guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, but he is a very, very fast. He can move. Wow.
He's very aerobic, very efficient, good
Yeah.
running form,
Yeah.
and strong AF.
Yeah.
Like, seriously strong, right?
He's got everything,
Got a big ass jawline.
which doesn't normally happen, but it is.
And we'll move on quickly from
Quickly.
that moment.
Yeah, quickly.
And then you had Ronkovic, 53.15, Varesma 52.42, which lasted for 28 days.
Yeah.
So it's like the horror film. 28 days later, Ronkovic turns up and still a world record, mate. 51.59. So we've moved forward there. So in the women's game, we went from 107.54 to 56, almost flat. So that's 11, 12 minutes. Almost.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. It's a lot.
12
more
minutes
than the men.
is huge. But the men have moved, what?
6?
Just under 7.
Okay.
Still decent.
Yeah, that's actually strange, isn't it?
The women have got better at a faster rate.
Yeah, but is that maybe the participation rate of females?
It always is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now bigger in the female hemisphere of sport.
Yeah, it's dragging more people from CrossFit across. That
Probably,
feel like
yeah,
they can do
yeah,
more in
yeah.
Hyrox, for example.
And I guess it's a lot of it is the money, isn't it? It's how can you make a living out of this? If I'm going to commit my life to doing this, I need to make money because if I don't, I can't eat.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the prize money ain't big, so it's got to be through deals and sponsorships and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
it's not massive, but it's 10 grand if you win an event.
But mate, you think about going out there, the fuel, the training, the equipment, the clothes.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's all. That's just a trip, mate.
Yeah, I know.
That's mad.
Yeah, like that'd be 3 grand.
More.
Nah, it's probably not as expensive. They probably get they get in for free. Obviously,
But they need lots of support.
Yeah, definitely.
Just start a GoFundMe.
Start a GoFundMe.
They might need it.
I think we need it more.
They might do. Yeah, they could probably use our discount code for Protein Rebel.
They could, yeah.
Ask the coach 15 gets you 15% off.
Yep.
Have you tried these? We tried the Kid Maple one together.
Yep.
It's an acquired taste.
It's maple. If you like maple, you can love it.
Maple is nice. Coffee is it's just strong, basically.
Yep.
So if you need a kick at the arse halfway through your run, get on the maple.
Yep.
The one I prefer is the just a standard one which got the sodium in it and the maple, not the coffee.
Yep.
Maple Ignite is called.
Yep.
That's my favourite, I think.
Yep.
Did you try the electrolytes?
Yep. They're
What do you
actually
think?
really good because they just don't really have a taste to them.
That's the thing. So I would say they're probably suited better to you than me because I like a flavour, you don't.
See, I don't because I drink more.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a decent athlete, ignore me. Go with Dan. Try the.
But 500 milligrams of sodium is a good hit, actually. It's a
And-
perfect amount, I'd say.
They're called Sustain, aren't they?
Yeah,
So
sustain.
there you are, guys. They're one of our official partners on the podcast. So go check them out. Ask the coach 15. Get yourself a discount. So you've seen all the adjustments then that people are making.
Yep.
In their depletion, I guess, of the world record. It's just getting better and better. What are you observing, do you think, from a coach's perspective? What adjustments are they making in their training? Would you anticipate?
I think they're doing more. I genuinely think they're doing more.
What does that...
Like, as
in
in
what?
they're doing more volume.
Okay.
I think now the sports... I think before people would come into it and they would definitely... I mean, it's a bit old school, but they were focused more on the stations.
Okay.
You know, like we know that in the past 18 months, the running has dramatically improved.
It's a big part of the race, isn't it?
Yeah. So Hunter was the fastest runner.
Okay.
He still is for the first the first K. He normally takes it out pretty hard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he's the fastest runner in it anymore.
They go... It's less than 30 minutes running now.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that'll get... As they become more aerobic and they're able to deal with the lactate that the stations cause, they'll be able to run faster.
How can they better prepare for lactate?
More mitochondria development.
And that's just running more.
Well, just more... Like, I guess the problem is the running... The problem is with the weight, the running is probably going to cause quite a lot of fatigue. So you got to think about how am I going to get more aerobic. So then it's moving into sort of like cycling, maybe a bit of swimming, probably less swimming, more bang for your buck with the cycling, rowing, you know. But they're like doing big bike rides and having a low. Like the problem is with the season, it's quite quick.
Okay.
Like the races come quite fast, and they need to do them to get paid. So they'll only miss every other maybe, or they'll be at most. So you're trying to earn a living. You want exposure. There hasn't been a period where they can just step back and go again. Really, is there? It's hard. Like Tim, I think, has been at every major.
It feels like it.
I think he just didn't go to Australia.
Okay.
So where's his period of I'm going to load up? I'm going to do some high volume. I'm going to grow a lot more mitochondria, and then I'm going to go back into some strength stuff and some speed stuff. I think they're probably going to get more intelligent with that way of training. They're going to start. It's like macro cycles and mesocycles. They're basically change they figure out their year based on their competition. So they'll qualify here, maybe this one, they'll earn money here, they'll just do that one for appearances, and then this is where they peak. I don't think people are peaking yet for the Worlds.
No.
You know, do you get what I mean? I
Doesn't
don't
make
think it's
sense
got to that yet. I don't think they're established enough as athletes in terms of finances to go, I'm going to peak for here. This is where I'll be at my fastest, because they're breaking the record every major at the moment. They can't be continually peaking.
So you think that that's the adaptation that will take it to the next level?
Yeah, where you really can just, maybe they'll split the majors a bit more over the year, and they'll just go, this is the season, but it's like the whole year. Because from June to October, there's nothing, is there?
Bit of a dead zone.
Bit of a dead zone. I think that's silly for Hyrox. I think they should just keep going. But athletes can obviously pick and choose, and you can have different, you know.
Yeah, give you a bit of variety.
Yeah, I feel like that's you do forget about it in the summer.
You made an interesting point there, though, about the focus not being on stations and that being old hat. Why?
I feel like because they know that's what people used to do, because they used to think that the compromise in the running was bigger than it is. They used to think that pushing a sled and then running is really hard. It is hard. It's definitely hard, but the more you're able to deal with that lactate it causes, the faster you can go.
And that comes from aerobic training, not
Yeah.
strength training.
Yeah, it's both.
Because you chose to select cycling and rowing for this sort of base stuff, or the mitochondria building stuff, but you left out skiing. That was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't leave it out. I'm an advocate of it. I just feel like you can't ski for 3 hours.
I think I've seen someone do that before.
Yeah, okay. It's crazy. Okay, fair play. But it's probably not brilliant for you.
Throwing your head up and down for 3
I don't know, I
hours.
just can't see. I mean, you could go skiing for 3 hours. I feel like that would be brilliant.
Okay.
Because that's very different to a skier.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. I saw a technique being described. So,
Matt Fraser.
yeah, did you see it?
Yeah, I think it's gone viral, actually.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
'Cause-
got the guy that's invented it.
yeah. So, I've seen multiple theories. So,
There's so many
if you're
theories
tall, get your arms up, and it's like, you know, when you get those not medicine ball, but those weighted balls that you can slam into the ground.
bit like that.
Yeah, treat it like that. So slam and then rise up and breathe. And that's what I've done successfully in the past, and it's worked for me.
Yeah.
But he's almost saying cheek.
You said
cheek.
if you're tall.
You're a wanker. You're a wanker, you are. What I mean is, if you're tall, you've got an advantage to do this, but it's still the right technique to slam and then breathe, slam and then breathe, rather than try and go for this high cadence thing.
Yeah.
But he said all about like a cheek to cheek almost.
Yes, he was like, just here. Just
Just
here.
like pulling it.
Kind of like skiing, funnily enough. When he was doing it, I was like, that actually looks like he's skiing.
And you think that's possibly the most efficient?
I don't know. I
need to try this.
I would. He didn't say it's the most efficient, though. What he said is this is the technique that the guy who invented it said.
Oh, yeah, he said you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Did he say it was more efficient?
He didn't say that this will make you faster.
Because that's what I want to test.
Yeah,
I might test that in the next
I
race.
don't believe he said this will make you faster, because I don't. Responsible. He knows that different people will do it differently and they'll go faster. You know, it's different for different persons, case by case.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to test it and see what I think.
He just said, because he must have a really good relationship with Concept 2. I imagine he sold them a lot of concepts. And he's like, yeah, so the original guy just said, no, it's here. This is where it's at. This is why I designed it. It's skiing. This is me skiing.
Yeah.
He didn't say, because surely if you've got bigger levers, it's going to go faster.
You would think so.
Absolutely.
It's leverage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely, like, it's just more propulsion, isn't it? You know, and he was kind of going off cadence, wasn't he? The way he was showing it was like big cadence.
I think or for me personally, I need to breathe more on that. So if I go too fast, I can't breathe.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I prefer like the brakes.
Very much case by case. Like, you maybe wouldn't be able to sustain that, but maybe if you could, it would make you faster.
Yeah.
I haven't yet seen that kind of technique used.
Oh, do you know what? I think when the doubles was on, I think the two Jakes did that. I think they were doing that.
Maybe that's easier to sustain because you only have to do it for 200 meters.
It's what I think I saw is the elbows flaring, and that was the indicative factor.
Yeah, okay. So
Because when they're flaring, you're kind of just doing that.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm doing that.
Yes, you're
with a
really
latch,
getting
it's
the
like a lat
full
movement.
extension.
Yeah.
So yours more powerful over cadence.
Yeah. Power brake.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
for me, I'll take the oxygen.
Yeah.
Give me the oxygen. If you're selling it, bottle it up. I'll take 2. I need it.
But this is where, like I made a point originally, there's probably a lot of time you can save on the stations.
You're staying steadfast. It's going to go sub 50. And that's going to come through mitochondria, aerobic.
Volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Just over time.
I've moved. The needle's moved for me. Like seeing a 51, 59, I'm like, maybe. But it's just that's a lot, isn't it? 120 seconds.
So in cycling, there's this thing called like critical power.
Okay.
And it's what you can sustain for an hour. It applies really well to Hyrox.
Yeah?
Like, what can you sustain for an hour? It is really, isn't it? It's basically an hour.
51, 59.
Yeah, it's a bit less than an hour. The sort of like remember Christian Blumenfeld did a 101 VO2.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's been lots of different things have come out about it and things. Funnily enough, he's done that, come into the season and wiped the floor with lots of people.
He looks like a different breed.
Yeah, so he's doing really well. He's got a race tomorrow. No, that would be last week.
Yeah.
And but he didn't do very well in an Ironman. He did well in an event that was a bit shorter. So which proves that VO2 max potentially doesn't always mean that you're going to be good over longer distances. These guys in Hyrox, the bigger they get their VO2 max, the better they will go. The more critical power they potentially have, so they can monitor this through kind of like your threshold hour pace, you know.
Yeah.
It's really, the fitter you are, the better you will be. It's simpler in simple terms.
But the VO2 max is going to suit these guys more.
Yeah, definitely, because it's a shorter event.
Do we need to get them Christian's number?
Yeah, send that over to the guys and then just see. But you don't really see anyone in Hyrox doing this kind of testing and things.
Yeah.
Well, they don't exclusively advertise that they do it, do they?
No.
And I feel like that's coming in. That will come in, which would be amazing because it will mean that they're going in, they're dialing in a little bit more. Like I do it with some of my athletes. I'll do their lactate testing during stations. What happens when you run? What happens when you push this? You can sustain this pace. It's not what you want to hear, but this is the pace you should run.
Yes, yeah.
You could run. The only way we'll get faster is by developing.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going to run faster, but you shouldn't.
You talking to me now? Or?
No, just yeah.
Felt like it. Okay. I think I want to revisit this then, end of the season or something. And
yeah, June.
See where it's gone. Benchmark again, and we'll do this a few times.
Yeah.
My final question for you today, Dan. When you finally become a hybrid rock star, what do you see for yourself?
I don't know.
Would you do it solo?
I'd like to, but it just impacts the training so much.
When could you slot it into your year?
Never.
Really?
That's the problem at the moment. It's like I move from tri into like cross country, and I like cross country, so it affects it so much. Honestly, I was shocked at how much it affected my running. Just the
bits we did.
Just the fatigue. Yeah, the fatigue. Hamstrings on fire.
Lunges and sled pushes.
I enjoy it. You can't not enjoy the sessions. They're like very just brute force.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's fun. It's good fun.
It's like hitting a bag.
Yeah, and I can do everything. You know, like I even got to push in the 200 kilogram sled. Like it was but it took me some time to get there. You know, like and to get to, I would maybe have a short burst of 8 weeks and go, let's do it, and then I'm out. You know, that kind of thing. Okay. I don't enjoy it enough to give up tri at all.
Nah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to slate it. It's just it's passionate to me that I enjoy triathlon.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Mate.
But yeah, it would be nice to, maybe I'll have to create some time
and do a sub 60.
Deload sub 60 and get out.
get yourself in the elite 15, mate.
Get in, get out. I'm off. Cheers, lads.
Yeah.
Back to try. I'd need to put on about 10 kilogram of muscle, I reckon, to get into that.
Nah, not 10.
Oh, I don't know, because if I'm pushing that sled and it's nowhere near their times.
What did you do it in?
Didn't ever really time it.
It won't be 2 minutes though, will it?
No way. 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's just getting it going sometimes.
Yeah, it is, and it just depends on the carpet. There's quite a lot of variables that frustrate me.
Yeah, we've never played on the turf, have we? Like
the
sled, we've just got our own gym mats and stuff.
And in the ones we use, I think it moves quite easily.
You reckon?
I've used it on other gyms and it doesn't move.
Now, I would say that's fairly indicative of the Hyrox floor, the one we've been using.
Yeah, I think it depends on who you talk to.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, and then, no, I'll definitely do it one time.
All right, I'll try and stay healthy so we can do it together one time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, mate, it's been a fun conversation.
Yep.
Appreciate dragging you into the Hyrox chat. Always appreciate your input. And the final message is mitochondria.
Get fit.
Let's do it next week. Cheers, mate.
See you, mate.